Hey guys, it's your boy Angelo, and I'm gonna talk to you about my pharmacological case study that's on my older uncle. So, the reason why I chose my older uncle was because recently he had a heart attack last July, right? And knowing that situation, he was put on many medications to prevent it from happening again. And it always fascinated me to find someone more with taking more than 5 medications at a time. Because, interestingly enough, my mom and dad are only on one medication, and that is essentially just losartan, for that. And I also wanted to know what drugs he was taking exactly, to know their effects, and especially their adverse effects if anything were to happen to my older uncle. And I also picked my older uncle, just to pay it a little forward because he was always a big help in my life, and I thought it would be nice to bring it back and teach him about the types of medications he's on and what they actually do. The needs that I discovered when interviewing my uncle was that he did not know any of the indications, like, at all, for any of the medications that he was taking. He just stated that he was only taking them because it was for his recent heart attack, and that's it. He didn't know what anything was for. um he also knew that he had to take some medications 2 times a day, but he never followed the specific time frame, which should be every 12 hours. And specifically, one of these drugs was Brilinta, and that should be taken orally, one in the morning, one at night, every 12 hours, 2 times a day. And this one is to prevent the venous thrombosis, especially cardiac stent thrombosis. And he has a cardiac stent, so yeah, he should watch out for that. That was something that I figured he needed to watch out on. I thought that the teaching session went pretty well because I assisted him in setting up alarms on his iPhone, and actually he responded pretty well because he actually knew how to work his iPhone. For an elderly person, he knew what he was doing. So we set it up alarms for all his medications so that he could take it routinely and consistently, especially that Brilinta, which had to be taken every 12 hours. So its full therapeutic effect would take place. Uh, and I also taught him about what uh, his drugs did and his medications, and what they did, especially for his current condition. And focusing on Brilinta because that's the big one. I told him that it would prevent him from getting uh too many clots, so a venous thrombosis in his cardiac stent to prevent future complications, especially dealing with his heart because he had a heart attack before. And finally, two things that I learned during this project was that I learned the difference between an anticoagulant and an antithrombotic. And for a thrombotic, it is to lyse and destroy clots, while a coagulant is supposed to be prophylactic and is to prevent clots from being able to form. And I also learned that, we all know that aspirin is usually known for being an analgesic, pain reliever, but it's also used as an antiplatelet too, or a blood thinner. And that's about it. Peace.